How do we know how much to bypass? How much should we bypass, and what to expect? In a perfect world, when God created heaven and earth, He would have kind of put little markers on the intestine to help me out. You know, like a measurement stick. You know, the idea there is that if you go to a Home Depot or something like that, and you say I have 3-foot windows, and you order 3-foot windows, 3x6s or whatever, and you take them home, you can be pretty certain they're going to be perfect and fit in the space for your window. In our case, since there aren't any markers in the gut, when we make our decision about bypassing, it's not at all like visiting Home Depot for those windows. Instead, it's more like hitting a golf shot. How hard do you hit the shot? What club do you use? You know, how do you, all those things are variables, and it's not perfectly accurately measured each time. Each time there's some variability that we don't like. In a perfect world, I would actually have a picture, a silhouette of your body right now up here, and then knowing that I had a perfect solution, I would turn the dial, and it would show your dress size going down from...
Oh, you want me to give you my dress size?
If you want to.
I don't want you.
All right, then I'll just make up a number. From bigger to smaller to smaller to smaller. And as I turned that, you and your family would sit and you'd look at that and you'd say, I think 2 is too small. That's overdoing it. I don't think you want to be a size 00. Well, let's back off a little bit. And then I would say to you, okay, I'm going to be a good doctor. I'm going to guarantee that to you. You can rely on me. And here's what you're going to get. We'll make you a size 4. And then we would go off to the OR and make that. But unfortunately, I don't have that. Don't have that opportunity. And so we have this variability in our ability to control how much you lose. Now, we do have some experience, and we use that kind of golf analogy. If you play a lot of golf, if you practice your swing a lot, presumably you get better at making that decision. And so I do operate a lot. We have done a lot of bypasses, and so here's some of the results. In the almost 5,000 cases, I think it's 4,800 cases now, the average weight of the patient on the day of surgery is right at 300 pounds. In other words, some are 250, some are 350, but the average is 300 pounds. And what we used to do is bypass 6 feet for that 300-pound person. And with a 6-foot bypass, the average weight loss at the end of 1 year for a 300-pound person and a 5-foot 5-inch tall woman, that's our average, would be about 140 pounds. Now, that's pretty good. I think that's pretty massive weight loss, but our patient still ends up being 5'5" and 160 pounds. As a woman, a lot of them are still unhappy at that weight, but that's the average number. Several years ago, when we started to operate on people between 200 and 250, we thought, maybe we'd better shorten up the bypass for that group because we're worried they might lose too much if we used a 6-foot bypass. And what we found is some of those people in that group didn't lose as much as we wanted. So now, for between 200 and 250, we usually do a 6-foot bypass.
Okay.
And our hope is that you get a good at least 100-pound weight loss and maybe a touch more.